Oh, I don't have to record.
No, you don't have to do anything. I just do it.
Yeah,
I do it all. I am
yeah.
the
Listen to the
master
last one.
controller.
It sounded perfectly fine. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it records at the same audio quality, so I figured might as well.
Yeah. No, it's
You don't have
good.
to worry about it. You guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Already, baby.
You want to lead us in, Dom? You want me to?
I can get it. I can get it.
You can get it in? All right. Well, on you.
What's today,
Wherever you want to
Saturday?
go. Today is Saturday, yes.
Yeah. Boom, bada, boom. I can't do the intro song. I don't know why I was gonna do that. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Another episode of the Overachievers Gaming Podcast, coming at you with, oh man, it's our first returning guest. Not only our first returning guest, our first guest ever. A year ago at this time, well, like roughly this time, we got our first person on, and it was a monumental experience. Very happy to have him back. It is. Wait, is it not Obey Upshall anymore? Is it just
It's
Upshall?
not Obey Upshall anymore. Yeah. It's Soar Upshall.
Soar Upshall.
Soar Upshall.
I just realized, is your social still the same?
Yeah. Well, I think my socials was always Upshall
Just
Games, just
Upshall
because I
Games,
couldn't
perfect.
ever get the original Upshall.
The one and only master Fortnite player. You love him, you hate him. No, you all love him. It's Dylan Upshall.
So
And you can find us at Twitter at the Overachievers P, Instagram, og.podcast, beingoverachiever.com, Patreon, iTunes, Spotify, the World Wide Web, if you've heard of it, google.com, with me, Eshi Pastrami.
You're going to get me at Vash, and Upshall is at Upshall Games all across the internet, I think. Right?
yeah, except for Instagram, it's DJ Upshall. On
DJ
Instagram.
Upshall.
DJ Upshall, because spinning those discs, you know.
And we're
We're
They're
good.
my
So-
initials, but yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, it's good to have you back, man. It's been a year. It's been crazy. I wish I could had more time to stop in and say hi on your Twitch streams and everything like that. I remember this time last year you had just switched over to Twitch, and now
Yeah.
you have
Oh, that's
blown
right.
the fuck
That's right.
up.
How does it
man.
feel? Now it's been a year. What's your feeling of being on Twitch compared to YouTube?
I like it a lot more. The Twitch community is like way better. It's really interesting. Like from a metric standpoint, there's a lot to talk about. I could probably like go all day, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's really really good. The community on Twitch is like really cool. The biggest thing with YouTube streaming versus Twitch streaming is YouTube. Most of your viewers just kind of come from the homepage. Your stream will just show up there, so it's like less of a recurring community. Like I think on YouTube, my average watch time when I was streaming was like 10 minutes, but on Twitch, it's 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's pretty. Like, what's the retention there is very strong.
yeah. So it's like, I guess the discovery rate is higher on YouTube, but people are more likely to become members of your community on Twitch and like stick around, I guess.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, it feels good from that sense because you get the same people in chat. You know, it feels more like you're building this big gaming community versus just like random Fortnite kids coming in and saying 1v1 me, you bot. Like,
Very fair, man. Well, also you're doing the right thing. Still, you're still posting on YouTube like videos and shit, and then you're doing your
yeah,
your
well, that's
streaming
the
through Twitch.
other thing is I don't think YouTube likes streamers anymore.
I mean that it's funny. When you came on last year, you were you had the same like almost like a pre vibe. Like you were like, I think this might be the way this is trending, and now a year later you're like, yeah, they don't fucking like streamers. It's very interesting.
Yeah. It's funny
Yeah.
how that worked. Yeah. It just came out of nowhere. Well, not nowhere, but like we saw the writing on the wall, but everyone else is like, no, YouTube gaming, it's going to stay around forever. No.
I feel like they're like, we
Yeah.
probably can't make money on it, so we're just not going to pursue this as hard as
Yeah.
we thought we were.
I mean, it's always spooky when you build up a Twitch community or like a streaming community, I mean, and then have to like switch platforms. Like that was the trickiest thing for me.
Like
Yeah.
Ninja just did? Literally
Yeah,
just
like,
did?
Yeah,
Ninja.
and we'll talk about that. But I'm happy to hear though, a year in, that it's going good for you. I mean, I like Twitch. I think it's a better platform for like us as gamers, even though there's other things out there like YouTube. is great for just watching videos, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I thought it was very like it was advantageous on their part to try to pursue YouTube gaming, and clearly they were like, we're not gonna make money, fuck it, and then they bounced on it. Like where Twitch is just it's there, like you know we know it's there, it'll still be there.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it's great to see them getting more competition, but they're not going anywhere. You know?
Well, see that, and like I'm fine with the competition aspect. Like I have friends who are Mixer. Like we had on Lady Desiree who does like music, like she'll play piano to like nerd songs and pop culture references and shit. And she made the switch to Mixer because they have a better music community. So like totally down for the competition. I think Mixer is cool, and I think in like the North American scene, we really only have those two.
I mean, it's funny you mentioned that because Twitch just dropped like a Twitch Sings thing, so it's like I can imagine that's a response to Mixer, you know.
I think it was. I think that Mixer was taking a lot of like that community, and they're like, well, okay, like Twitch was like, we notice. I don't know. It's interesting, to say the least. What else is going on, man? You joined a new team. You're still fucking slaying the Fortnite life, like.
Yeah, man, things are good, dude. I mean, the videos are doing better than they've ever done. You know, the stream's doing great. It's good times. I mean, like, as much as everybody says Fortnite's dying every season, it just seems to get bigger and bigger. Like,
yeah.
I mean, every game is always dying to people who are just shitty. Like, that's the funniest thing. Dude, Destiny has 1 million players right now, and people are still like, the game's dying. And it's like the most players it's ever had. It's hilarious. It's you know, it's the
that
internet.
game went free to play, right? Or like
so in September. When the new expansion drops, every DLC besides this newest one will be free. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing well now. It's October. It got pushed 2 weeks into it. Now it's in October because
the moon's haunted and there is
the moon's haunted. Yeah,
and because of Halloween. That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, really, I believe. I wish it was because it was for Halloween. That would have been. They should have done that to begin with. But they're just like, yeah, we're not making it progress as fast as we want. We don't want to give you a half-ass game, which is great. I'll listen. I'll take delays in games all day long if it means the game is better. I waited 1.5 years when Zelda was supposed to be released via Nintendo because they're like, oh, we need to make it perfect for you. I was like, yes, do it, please. You know, I'll take that shit.
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted. Moon's haunted. But yeah, people always say games are fucking dying. And like, people are still going to play, especially a game like Fortnite. I mean, shit, dude. Even people are still fucking playing PUBG, and that game, even when I was looking at it, was like, oh, this game's fucking dead. And people like it's making a comeback too, apparently.
It still has a really strong community, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's hilarious.
At like prime time, it's getting like 30,000 viewers on Twitch, which is like that's really good, you know.
Yeah, for
Fortnite's getting probably like 150,000 at like prime time if there's no tournament on, you know.
Yeah, I mean, BK's back playing it. We had BK on last guest episode, so he was saying that like he's been doing GTA 5 and PUBG. So I was like, really, PUBG? He's like, yeah,
I said the same thing. Yeah,
I'm like, all right, whatever floats your boat.
Can I take a second, Upshall, to plug you a compliment?
Yeah,
you
man.
have
sure. I'll take compliments. Yeah,
you have such a dope presence on Instagram and when you stream. I just my favorite thing is when someone's like, when you'll post a video and like, oh, blah blah blah, like, and someone's like, I'll use your creator code if Upshall comments, and like you respond like creator code blah blah blah, and it's always like fucking got him. I just love when you like will randomly pop into your comments on Instagram or like a video or something, and then also not to mention just like how much fun you are to watch. I popped in the other day and it was a morning. I forgot what morning it was, but you were trying to queue up for some ranked play and you just couldn't get it or something. What was that about?
Yeah, well, that's one of the main reasons I'm stoked about this new season of Fortnite. So basically they added ranked to the game, but it's different from a lot of other like ranked modes, because most other games, like the ranked version is just a more competitive version of the base game.
Right.
But in Fortnite, the arena mode, like the ranked mode, has a completely different rule set and like game set. That's the best version of the game. So It's like whenever you kill somebody in ranked, you get shield or like health per kill, and you get mats, and there's a faster farming rate. So the game flows better. It's more enjoyable. But last season, it was much more like skill-based matchmaking. And so if you try to play it any other time than like peak game times, it was like a 10-minute wait to get a game. Yeah. So it was like really rough. And they fixed that, it seems, this season. It's like I'm getting games in 15 seconds now, doing the exact same thing. So
yeah, because that must be frustrating, especially when you're a fucking streamer. I came in, and you're
yeah,
like, well, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna dip, I guess. It's like,
yeah, like I don't have that much charisma, man. I can't deal with these 10-minute queues. And then if you
I
like
know.
wait 10 minutes and then land and don't get a gun and die immediately within like 10 seconds, it's
Right.
like the
Fucking
most tilting thing ever,
terrible.
dude. It's brutal.
That's like unsubscribe, unsubscribe.
Unfollow, dude. Unfollow, delete.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny though. Well, and that's cool that it's better. What are some new shit? I was looking on Instagram, and are there fucking robots now or something? Or has that always
Yes.
been? Like, I'm granted, please take anything I have or say or question with a grain of salt, because I am so far removed at this. I haven't played Fortnite in probably a year at this point. So
Yeah, so they added giant robots, and the community's kind of freaking out.
rightfully so.
They're strong, but I feel like the initial response is a little like over the top, like everything is on the internet.
Right.
But basically, they have like 1,000 health. They can shoot like a barrage of rockets,
Oh my god.
and they can stomp on you. And then they have a shotgun as well if you try to get close.
Hilarious.
But with all that being said, they're really, really clumsy. So in solos, all you got to do is like drop a launch pad and fly on top of them.
I saw that.
And then
Yeah.
you can board them and then hit the self-destruct button and then just jump out. And like either they'll die in the robot or you can shotgun them as they jump out of it.
Yeah.
So it has a hard counter. It reminds me a lot of like Halo when you used to be able to like jump on the tanks and drop a grenade in it.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's like the same sort of vibe, but people are kind of freaking out about it. I honestly don't have a huge problem with them. I think it's worse in squads, like team modes, when you can have
like protecting them and shit.
yeah, and have like one guy protecting them, or you can have
Yeah.
like multiple robots. But
Oh,
yeah,
Oh my
it's-
god. Just rolling up on mechs. It's like, old school mech warrior days. My
Yeah.
god.
That's
I guess it's
funny.
another problem that Fortnite has in general is that they don't split their anything in the design between their solos and their squads, even though the difference is huge, right? It's like the difference in
Right.
playing as a solo and playing as a team is a big deal, but like all the rule set is the same. Like in my opinion, the robots would be 100% fine and honestly awesome in solos. They're a lot of fun in solos because as a solo, you have to switch between seats, so you're either shooting or moving. So the moment you go to shoot somebody, you're like disabled and you can't move, so you're an easy target. But in squads, you can have two people running it and you can just like run the show. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
to me, they should just remove them from team based and keep them in solos, and it would be awesome. It'd be so much
Right.
fun.
Crazy
But,
shit. I mean, I even though like that sounds ridiculous, I think it's smart. Like they have to do things. They have to like change it up. They have to add some spice, or people will stop playing. Like
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
you can
As
only,
much as people say they hate the change, like they don't keep playing Fortnite.
of course,
like,
yeah. What I assume besides the queue times and stuff, what is your most excited thing about this new season? Do you have one?
Probably just the overall revision to the comp, like and the servers, man. It's crazy the difference in Fortnite. Like when you have good server connections, and they really feel like they fixed that. Like I feel like I'm cracked out of my mind playing the game now. Like it's insane. It's insane. It's like
That's
the
pretty funny.
stuff I can do now versus last season when my ping was like 40 milliseconds higher is so different. Like you can just float through builds, everything places instantly, your guns come out instantly, you can hit edits like crazy. It's nuts, man. It's a good feeling. Like I'm really excited for that because I feel like for a long time they put off doing any kind of optimization and it was just like content.
Sure.
But now they're still rolling out content, but they've fixed the servers and it feels nuts. It feels so
Well,
good.
I'm happy you just brought up your ping, because before we started recording, you mentioned something about having a better ping. Well, I'm obviously like in a shooter, having a better ping is better, but you specifically mentioned having a lower ping is like monumentally better
Oh,
in
yeah.
Fortnite. Can you just explain that a
It's-
little bit? Because that's a curious
It's
conversation.
crazy the difference. So Fortnite is a building based game.
If you
But,
don't know,
like,
if you don't know what
If you
Fortnite
don't
is.
know,
If you-
so it's all about building. The skill gap is the building. Obviously, being able to aim and having a brain and making good decisions matters. But if you can't build, you're donezo. So like a lot of Fortnite right now, especially at the higher level, is box fighting, which basically means that you box up next to each other. You make a little hut, and then you try to steal the other person's walls. So you'll do this by like placing ramps down, using little tricks, but ultimately you're shooting or pickaxing the person's wall to try and place your own wall instead. Then once you get that wall down, you can edit the wall to like make it into an arch or a half ramp or something and shoot the other player in their box. It's like, it's crazy to watch at high levels, but that's all about ping. Whoever has the best connection to the server gets the wall every single time. So if you live like 5 states over from where the server is located and you have 50 ping and you're fighting somebody who lives in like the state where the servers are, and you're pretty much even with skill, that person is going to win like 99.9% of the time. It's crazy. I've never played a game.
This is giving me anxiety, and I don't even play the game anymore. Just listening to this is just like, wow, I don't want any part of this.
Well, for the World Cup, I think the person with the highest average ping